Hello, everyone. The area of sports management that I am most interested in is sports sales. The history of sports sales has changed drastically over time. Sports sales used to be as simple as handing out brochures with current season ticket options and sponsorship opportunities, but has since evolved into so much more than that. The execution of sports sales used to be focused on short-term goals and getting fans into the stands. It is much more than that now after realizing the potential of sports sales. Mike McCormick, the industry proclaimed founder of sports marketing who built IMG, comes to mind when thinking about sports sales because he said selling consists of four ingredients: the process of identifying customers, getting through to them, increasing their awareness and interest in your product or service, and persuading them to act on that interest. As far as minimum employment requirements, it would be beneficial to have a degree in sports management. However, the great thing about sales is there are more entry-level job opportunities in sales than any other segment of the sports industry. Starting out in sales is very common and leads to greater opportunities after putting in your time, as they say. As a sales representative for a sports program, your main responsibilities are acquiring new customers and retaining current customers. Like I mentioned previously, it used to be focused on getting new customers, but it is so important to retain your customers. In the chapter, it points out that customers, specifically season ticket holders, should not be seen as one-time $3,000 customers, but based on a span of 10 years as a $30,000 client. There is various ways that sports organizations are making sure they retain their customers, such as personal calls, in-seat visits, special events, holiday cards, and advanced sales opportunities for season ticket holders for non-sporting events that may be held at the team's facility. In the end, you need to make the customer feel important and truly a member of the sports organization's family. That will keep them coming back year after year because they want to feel a part of the organization. It is also important to get current customer feedback so the organization can focus on what needs the customer has to improve their experience. You also have to make sure that your organization is profitable. The recipe for a profitable club sandwich listed in the chapter consists of 50 to 65% of customers being season ticket holders, 15 to 25% being advanced ticket sales, 10 to 25% being group sales, and only 5% being day of game or walk-up sales. With that big of a percentage being season ticket holders, you can see not only the importance of getting new customers, but retaining your current customers. Sports sales definitely has its issues and things that need to be improved upon. The customer needs are always going to be changing. In the chapter, they list four main factors that cause sports consumers to purchase or not. Listed were quality, quantity, time, and cost. Quality can easily be impacted by a team's wins and losses. A winning team is going to be much easier to sell than a losing team. Quantity of packages is important because a customer may not want to purchase a full season ticket if they aren't going to be able to attend all the games. So you need to have options available for every consumer. Time is an important factor because all consumers have lives. Therefore, other obligations are a factor in determining if the consumer is going to be able to take the time to attend games and get their money's worth on the tickets. Lastly, cost is likely one of the most important factors with sports sales. If the customer doesn't feel like they're getting their return on investment with the tickets, then they aren't going to purchase. Attending a sports event can be very expensive, so you have to find the perfect price where the customers see the value in the purchase. If a sales representative doesn't prepare for these objections, then the sale is lost. With sales, you always have to have an answer to objections and be able to quickly ensure the customer of the value in their purchase. There are a lot of things that make a good salesperson, but mentioned in the chapter, it says that a person is rarely born to be a salesperson. The skills need to be developed through training. The more experience you gain in sports sales, the more confident that you are going to be doing the job. After reading, the most important factor to being a good sales representative seems to be personality. You need to have a great personality to be successful. It is so important to make connections with your customers. If they feel like they have a connection with you, then they are more likely to buy the product. You also need to make sure you know the prospect, so the transaction is a more personal experience and you aren't pitching the same sell to every customer. Every sell is going to be unique, and being able to establish that connection is vital to your success. I believe I would make a great salesperson in the sports industry because I have experience in sales. Starting out in sales, I did struggle. It's definitely a learning experience and requires proper training. From my personal experience, the skills are learned over time. It gets easier over time as you perfect your skills and gain the confidence needed to execute the sell. Closing a sell is hard. You have to be able to reach the point with a customer where they see the benefit in the purchase, they trust you, and they do want to work with you, not only this sell, but for the foreseeable future. One thing that I learned quickly in sales was that no matter how great the relationship with the customer is, you can't make the sell if you don't ask for it. It seems obvious, but the conversation could be going great. Yet if you aren't able to wrap it all up and make the sell, then it's a waste of time. Another key factor that I think I'm good at is persistence. You can't dwell on a no. A no now doesn't mean it's a no in the future. I think I'm great at not letting a no get to me and being able to move on and stay focused on the sell. I worked in sales for 3 years and gained a lot of experience. One of the best experiences that I had was when I was door knocking, which is intimidating at first. I remember a specific person that I door knocked multiple times and wasn't able to schedule a meeting. However, after persistence, I eventually was able to get the meeting, which led to a sell in the end. That's one of the best feelings in sales. As far as sports sales, I did an internship with the Kentucky Thoroughbreds, a professional basketball team in Owensboro, Kentucky, that were a part of the North American Premier Basketball League at the time. During that internship, I had to market the team on social media to gain ticket sales. One of our tasks was getting students to attend the games for a discounted rate. Other times, I sold merchandise during the games. So with the team being in its first year at the time, it was important for the fans to buy merchandise and support the new team in town. I learned a lot during that experience, and it was only the beginning of my sales experience. I thank you for watching my video, and I hope everyone has a great day.